Who is the real father of accounting? Almost all textbooks in accounting refer to Luca de Pacioli as the father of accounting. This is the man in front drawing some geometric shapes. New research suggests that there is a new contender for this title. His name is Muhammad ibn Musa al-Khwarizmi. He was a Persian and Muslim mathematician and astronomer who lived hundreds of years before Pacioli. Let's talk about Luca de Pacioli. We all know that in the 14th century, Italian banks in Genoa, Florence, and Venice widely practiced double entry bookkeeping. Luca de Pacioli was a Franciscan monk and mathematician. He published a book on arithmetic in 1494. The book was in Italian, and its title was Summa di Arithmetica, Geometria, Proportioni et Proportionalita, which translates in English to Review of Arithmetic, Geometry, Ratio, and Proportion. This book had a chapter at the end of it for double entry bookkeeping. That's why he is credited as the father of accounting. Let's talk about Muhammad ibn Musa al-Khwarizmi. In 8th century Persia, scholars were confronted with Muslims' obligation as per the Quran to record a Muslim's debt obligations. Especially the Holy Quran talks about debts and contracts extensively in different places. For example, chapter 2, verse 180, chapter 2, verse 282, chapter 2, verse 283, chapter 4, verse 12 talk about contracts and debts and suggest that Muslims should always have written contracts, and if it is not possible to write a contract, to have at least 2 witnesses for a contract. So in Persia, the challenge scholars faced was how to distribute a deceased estate equitably. This problem was solved by the Muslim mathematician and astronomer Muhammad ibn Musa al-Khwarizmi, who was known in Europe as al-Khwarizmi, from which we derived the word algorithm. Al-Khwarizmi's book Al-Kitab al-Mukhtasar fi Hisab al-Jabr wal-Muqabala, which translates into English as the compendious book on calculation by completion and balancing, established the mathematics of algebra. Al-Khwarizmi is known as the father of algebra. His book was translated into Latin in 1145 and was used as the principal textbook of mathematics in European universities until 16th century. In his book, the last chapter was devoted to double entry bookkeeping, showing applications in Islamic inheritance rules, land distribution, and distributing salaries. His book introduced 3 fundamental accounting algebraic concepts. These were debits equal to credits. That is, in each transaction, the debit side must be equal to the credit side. In algebra, this is equivalent to saying that the left side of an equation must be equal to the right side. He introduced the concept of real accounts. For example, assets, liabilities, and net worth or equity, from which we get the basic accounting equation, which is assets equal to liabilities plus equity. He also introduced the concept of nominal account. In his language, this was equivalent to calculating owner's increment in wealth or net income. So, who was first? Pacioli's book was published in 1494. By comparison, Khwarizmi's book was published around 813 to 833 Common Era. It is not precisely known exactly in which year, given that Khwarizmi was born around 780 Common Era and lived up to 850 Common Era. Al-Khwarizmi's book was taught in European universities even before Pacioli was born in 1445. So, who is the real father of accounting, Pacioli or al-Khwarizmi? You be the judge. The history needs to be corrected.